Hey, good Monday morning here in the Philippines, right here at Texas Filipino Beach Resort. Today is going to be a busy day. Getting our morning started here. Ammon's up there chipping that face so we get a good bond on that concrete. So chipping and roughing all that up. I'll zoom up, you'll see where it's chipping it all up right there. The perimeter here coming up over the edge where coping will be. All the way around. We're gonna work this in here right now while Ammon does stonework up above, and we're gonna get all of our steel or meshing and all pulled. But right now I got the power washer and I've got Mott getting it hooked up, and we're gonna blow out all this ledge really good, blow down this wall good, all the loose debris, everything. We need to get nails picked up, everything, get all the sand, debris, any dirt or anything that might got in there, like this is dirt right here. Get it all clean really good, prepare for a good bond. And then we'll come back and we're gonna start tying our steel all around. And then we'll come back and we're gonna pull the steel matting in over that. And there's gonna get another floor poured in this too, so we'll be leaving that matting up so we can tie on steel across the floor too once we get to that point. I need to get the floor poured in over this as well, but we got to get all this chipping done and cleaned up. And this chipping seems like it's went on forever because nobody wants to do it. They're kind of skipping it always, and we got to get it done now so we can get this all cleaned up. And we got to pull steel all in here and pour the floor up to height, which will be right up to that little ledge right there on those returns right there in the, well, not turns, drains there in the floor. So that's the dealio with that. See here, more nails everywhere. There's nails and wire.
Ben, nabi patay bek. Patay. Napalos. Napalos. Oh, kami niya tol. Yung tanong ko eh. Dalang ko. Ha?
All right, so it's after lunchtime and we've been in here putting steel out along the bottom all the way around, putting spacers to hold that grid up off the bottom. Have to be careful, boy, you can cut your feet on those right now. I done tell everybody else watch out, and I nipped my toe on it. Of course, we're wearing safety shoes. Well, I'm a little whoop. Need to go in and give me some water. Been down here hustling with them like crazy. Really happy for it though. Working, power washing all that dirt, sand, you know, the mud from the clay that was out around these decks and stuff. When it rained, it would run in here prior to us pouring the decks. So I just power washed everything, power washed down the walls, the rims with a real hard stream, just blowing the heck out of it. This old beam right here, so we get a good bond on it. We've been sweeping it to one side. They've been taking one of those coconut brooms and pail, getting it up and getting it out of here. And now, if it rains, the worst case scenario is we just have clean water, not muddy water. And I ask anybody, do not step in mud and stuff and then walk down in here. Just kind of keep this as a clean zone now. So I finished that. I've been working with the guys too of how I want the steel pulled, the steel matting laid over it. I've been doing all the forming on the steel a good bit myself. Of course, Mike helping too, and June tying it off and all, being a great, I mean not June, Francis, being a great helping hand. We're working around the staircase right now. I want a constant runs of steels all the way around, all the way in gaps, so I'm forming it like around the steps, around coming in, tying into the spa beds there right now, the little lounge chairs. So that's where I'm at over there. If they had this clean enough, Mike just went over a little bit after I quit, and he hit just a little bit more on it. I think I'm gonna run down it one more time down the wall and back down just to be sure. I don't want any dust or anything remaining on that chip cement, so we get as great a bond as we can. Then the guys are going to, I told them, let's continue pulling this steel on down this wall right here, around the corner and coming around, and then we'll tie it all in at these spa beds right here, these little lounge beds. So that'll get the steel matting up off the floor right here. And all of this floor down here has got to be poured. It's got to be poured. It has to be poured up to the top of those, right up to here, where it'll be finished out right there. So we'll be coming in here and pulling steel on all of this. I left this old steel out that was in the center wall that used to be down through here when these were two fish ponds. And we bent it back, and we're going to tie our steel grid to that. And yeah, just keep on working it. Now, the spa beds, y'all probably wondering how I'm going to do that. I'll show you, but we're going to be pulling a steel grid over that matting, set all of our jets, our air jets and our water jets, and then we're going to render those. And that's going to be happening here really quick. I paid for a truckload of Portland. I sent Miller to FLS. They're a great construction supply company on the highway here on 501. They service a lot of the area around, even all the way back up to Iloilo and all. FLS. That is the vice mayor of Tigbawan. That is his family, their company and all. And I've been dealing with them for years. They're great people. I've shown them on this vlog many times through the years, and when I need to buy bulk, I buy from them. So they're going to be delivering the waterproofing, and they're going to be delivering the Oppo Red, which is the best, and that's what I want in here, is the best. The Oppo Red cement. We built that little shack. We built that little shack right over there to house cement inside of. So when they deliver it, they said it may not be until in the morning, but when they deliver it, we have that right there by where we mix, that we'll stack all of that up. It's going to be a good bit, and that way we have everything on hand when we start doing this pour. And we'll pour the bottom floor in all the way from one end to the other as one big pour, and then the guys can start rendering up the walls and shaping from there. And then if there's any like slag and stuff on the floor before we put the epoxy coating inside the pool, we'll clean all that up. You know, we can dress up any places, whether we chip it away or whether we take that big grinding wheel that I have. I have one of those flat ones for surfacing concrete, either which way to just get rid of any slag or mishaps or anything like that. That's the way we're going to do it. So we're going to pour the floor. We're going to work up the walls. There will be a radius in the bottom coming where the wall comes down and meets the floor. It's going to have a radius. Listen, they're pretty good. I really want a certain form on this. I want it to look clean, and I'm hoping for the best, but we're not professional pool builders. Don't take my advice to build your pool. I'm not a pool builder. I'm just a construction guy and a hobbyist, and just with a general well working of engineering and architect stuff. Most of it is from practical experience. But again, I digress back. Do not use me as a model to do your swimming pool. I am not a professional pool builder. Again and again, I'm gonna say that. Don't come back on me if you try to build one your own and you do something wrong. I am not a professional pool builder, but I'm doing our pool, and I believe that we will do a stupendous job. Is there other gadgets and things that I could probably add out there that, you know, that's in some high-tech pools and all? Sure. Is there 10 jillion different ways to do things, you know? Yeah, there kind of is too, you know. There's different type drains, there's different type jets, there's beliefs in putting your returns down lower to push the water along in the middle, to push everything this way. There's some believe of putting more towards the top. You know, there's a lot of controversy on everything always in the world, and so I'm just going to pick what I feel is best for our situation, and I'm going to go with it. And nothing is absolutely ever perfect in this world. But I tell you, I'm saving a lot of money. I'm enjoying it. It's something I can say that I did, that I can be proud of, because I'm pretty sure we're going to do a good job. I'm pretty sure of that. I got a lot of confidence with my work crew here, and I got a lot of confidence with myself. I mean, you got Mop, man, he is just an ace. I've got Joel's really good with that rendering all too. Mop's brother that's here helping us again right now, Ambin. You longtime viewers know him from over here on the house and all. Ambin is really good with rendering and all also. I got a good support crew for him here to be mixing, and I'll probably get a couple of extra guys in here just over there working, mixing, rendering, while these guys put it on the walls. You can almost picture this project like a gunite pool without the gunite gun, because we're shotting it, you know, like shotcrete. We're shotting it, but instead with a round pump or anything like that, we're shotting it by hand. Rendering is just like a manual shotcrete when it comes to this. So I hope that helps you out. All right, I'm gonna go get water. I'm enjoying the day, and I really want to be on this because I want it done nice and neat. I'll say this before I close out. Then I try to get them to be neater on their steel. Let me show you what I'm doing. You see how real consistent I am right there on the steel? My spacing and all, real nice uniform. See that? That's me doing this. Let's look at the bottom down there. You see all that? All uniform coming around. I really try to teach the guys to do that. When I turn my back, they're kind of wavy and random with it and all, and there's no even spacing. Sometimes I'll get them to throw steel into the gaps that I see they left behind, and there's times that I just throw my hands up and just pour it. At least there's more steel in there than a lot of places end up with. But you know, this pool with all this hydraulic pressures around it, it's got a lot of things happening around it at one time. I want it right, and I want it strong. I want nice strong bands around the top. I want a nice strong band around the bottom down in there. And so that's what I'm doing. Now I'll go get some water. All right, so we're back from our break time, and I just sent Miller to go pick up some rebar, deform bar, some of you call it. Did you get it, Miller? So I sent Miller to go get 10 mm steel and get it delivered here, and some tie wire. So he's doing that. Mok and I are beginning to set steel here on the spa lounges. So he's over cutting pieces right now, and as we form all this up, this will come up right here. Everything's going to have a constant flow up and over and around everywhere. So this piece here is forming around that corner, but we just tied this one end right here. It was a scrap that we had, but we're going to cut the rest of them longer, 10 foot each, so I have enough to break over the bight and back down to this ledge that's going to be back here. Speaking of, I want to move this wood because it throws me off on what I need, because I got a ledge back here. So these spa loungers will end up coming up and around and down, but I can't do the back part of it yet until after we cast this front and pull the wood out of the way, and then I can do the rest of it, shaping it over the back. And we drilled these dowels in right here, and we set them with marine epoxy today in, and same thing, it's going to be like that little lip that's coming up and around the pool, all the way around the edge except where the steps are. It's the only place that's going to have a gap is where the steps are, and it's going to form a back right up behind these back here as well. So it's going to come up and then right into the lounge right here. So Francis got some other pieces cut here, and we're going to go to work tying those in. All that loose steel that's been sticking up around in here everywhere, we're starting to shape it. It's all starting to find its place and come together. Is it going to hit over there? I think it'll be all right. Yeah. Lift it up just a little bit. I think we're going to slip this one underneath these right here on this corner. Yeah. Well, it's the end of the day. The boys are heading home. These gentlemen are probably tired. And we've been down here tying steel, forming, shaping all of this, bringing around. And I know I didn't show it on camera, I'm the one bending all of this. I hand bend this with a tool that we weld together and made here one time. And I form all these bars right on the spot, making these nice perfect corners like this. And everything's getting tied together everywhere. So like this is coming down, it ties right on in and down. That's coming down this step, and then that's going to tie in and bend with the steel coming up in the floor. You can't see it all because of that tin there, but man, look at that. He is getting that stonework done. Look at that. And the people are supposed to be here on Wednesday to start the stainless steel railing. Thought they were going to be here today. I told them don't mess around, drag this out, because there is a time that we got to be gone, and we're going to leave at the end of this week to go see some friends before we fly off to the great beyond. Yep. It's so nice having those decks up here now. It's another day here in the Philippines. Yeah. And those days are counting down because we are going to be leaving in the near future. Still a little bit, but not real far away. Into this week, we're going to fly over the Beagle, and we're going to be gone a few days. We'll come back, have a few days here after we return, and then we're out. We are out of here. And for anybody that is wanting to book and come here and all, we will be back in September. Look at Airbnb and Agoda's dates that'll be available, and you'll still be able to book. And if you want to book direct with us, you can email us, contact us, and we can do that. But if you're going to book directly with us, you are going to be required to put up a deposit, because we are experienced people booking directly with us and us not getting no deposit, and then they no-show or last minute change on us without enough advance notice that we could relist the rooms, and we've lost money. So trying to do a nice thing turned into a bad thing. So if you do book direct with us, we're going to require a advance payment for deposit via Gcash or PayPal. Just letting you know. All right, that aside, it's time to get back out here to the swim pool project. I'm still trying to have my cup of coffee. Now I need to head out the door and get down here with the guys. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going stateside. And as much as I need to finish things here and investment here, I wish that I had more time there right now. I guess we'll be gone for 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. And I just don't know if it's enough. Just don't know. I love my home country. I love my state, of course. The channel's named after it. And I've got, so much deep history and all there that I'm still got my roots in there. I love it here too, though. This has been a second home in my life for half of my adult life. And each year I get older, that scale tips for more than half. So that's the dealio with that. Well, here we are where we left off yesterday, and I'm gonna get down here with the guys and get busy. Yeah, do it to it. So we're getting our day started sitting still down here in the bottom, and then we're getting these first pieces started right here, and now we're going to start bending the ones coming up over the top. We'll kind of work across. We kind of stopped putting any cross on the floor right now because I asked Joelle to mix up some real strong sand and Portland mix with a lot of Portland. And where we tore out that dividing wall in this old beam right here, and it's so rough and porous, I want him to go ahead and seal that over. So he's going to seal it over with a real strong Portland mix across there to try to fill in all of those little pores and stuff. No stone, no aggregate in it, just sand and Portland. And so we'll get that sealed up. And Ammon's back up doing the stone work this morning. And I asked Marvin to go up above up there and skim coat those columns and everything. It needs to be skim coated right above the pool right here in that area. So he's up there working on that. And Miller and June are sacking sand around front. And then we've got Mont, Francis, and Joelle working down in here, and myself. So I'm really wanting all this steel put in straight and organized and spaced properly, not just kind of willy-nilly mayhem. It wasn't real straight, like, just kind of going everywhere. And this pour right here down below, and we're going to pour over that again. And I want this one to have a lot of strength and organization to it. Not saying the other don't have strength. It's just me, I like it to be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, and my grid really tight. All right, well, it's after our first break at 10 o'clock. It's about 10:20 right now. Getting all this steel set in the side. Look at that. We just got a gap right here where this scaffolding is. And Mox, you're good. And Mox down here vacuuming up where we moved this steel mesh, and we didn't power wash underneath there yesterday. Or we did, but some stuff settled underneath there. And I told him, we don't want to get any water in there right now. Just take the vacuum cleaner and suck all that loose material up. So we're going to get some more steel for him. Continue tying this grid, putting that steel matting in. I'll zoom up, you can see we got steel matting on there as well. So we built these benders right here years ago here. You want to see it's two pieces of 16 mm, and then we got a 16 across, a 16 across. You can see how it's built here. We got some little tin welding it together, and there's a second one right down there, and we can use them by themselves, but you can lay one down and have your steel in it, and then use the other one to bend heavy steel and to curl it up. And even though this is built out of 16, you can bend 16 easy with it. So give you a little idea right there. I don't know why that wire's tight on there. It's been on there a long time, but it don't have any effect with it. It's just on there for some reason. But yeah, we weld these up back years past, and they have bent so much steel here. Then of course we have a place over on a tree that we have, it's real common, set up a jig for bending like our stirrups and small steel and all that. But any long heavy pieces, we use this. If you want to get up into places and bend in the spot, you can. So I was here forming all this yesterday. I'll show you here this bender in action. So see, he's got that one laid down. He's gonna measure how long. It's laying right in it. Then put the other one right on it, and up you go. That's how you can use those two together right there. Just like that, except he just tried to kill me with it. I'm bringing back more, Mark. That's all right. One more. I'm gonna walk past them. I'm gonna show you another very important aspect while they're working on this. It's just super important when you're doing concrete work, period. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's a pool or anything. Never make a joint in the corner. Never, ever, ever make a joint in a corner. Always go past. So let's follow this piece of steel here. It comes around and it comes all the way over here. Let me back this camera up. And I'm gonna show you that again. I'm gonna back this way up. So that steel comes around, it bends this curve and comes all the way around everywhere here. It comes around, and don't make a little short lap either. If something like this is gonna have pressure against it, you want a long, nice overlap, really nice and long. I'll show you down here. We got some overlaps here. See where they are here. Here they go. So we got an overlap. See, it starts right here and it ends down there. So we have like a 3-foot overlap on that. So that has a lot of strength in it. Well, it's now lunchtime. We got some extra pieces laying there, if you see that, but we've been pulling all of this grid in here. I've been bending all of this, shaping it up over this. We got a rooster on the loose, getting all this tied in. We got a couple small pieces to make right underneath those skimmers, and a few more pieces of 10 mm put around. Then we'll bring that steel matting on around over here. We overlap that steel matting, not end to end. Don't do your steel matting end to end overlap.